Good night, fellow punters. The clock on the wall says 7:46 on... You wouldn't have to be Einstein to know what I'm going to say next. It's absolutely pissing rain again in the west of Ireland, and it was brutal this evening coming home. I nearly had to get out and change the wiper blades that were overworked so much. I don't know what will happen if it doesn't stop or relent shortly. We took a few pound off them again today. We're chugging along nicely in the middle lane. We'll sing life in the fast lane, but we won't go into the fast lane driving. The only disappointment was the Frenchman. I was looking at the French for messing up or fucking up or something. Gâcher or gâcher. I don't know how you'd pronounce it. Did he need to go as wide on the track? Because the ground seemed to be the same all over. It was all cut up and in pure muck. And he was finishing like a train. I had doubts about that. I was chatting to a man on the phone last night, and I said, I've doubts about, that's the only doubt. I had a doubt about the ability of the horse. It was the ability of the buck up front, but I don't know, it ruined a few doubles for me. With Wake Up Early, grand winner at 3-1 in Sedgefield. Walk on Woods was a disappointment, clearly didn't stay. I'd say Isabel said to Daddy afterwards, we won't run him at that distance again. Run for Pat, finished fourth, got in the money, 12-1. Felt sorry for West Breeze. Don't know what happened. He would have won probably, I'd say. And I had written down after he won the last time at 2-5, would win again at the distance. I was slightly afraid of, and we chose the right one the way it turned out, but we could have chose the wrong one. But then we had a grand touch on the 5:20 Amron Sage for Nicky Henderson. I couldn't understand all the money for the one that went off favourite, because I even looked at the video again this morning after coming back from the run, and I was saying it was behind a couple of horses that not near as good horses as he had been behind, and the forecast paid 17.44. I don't know if I've reverse. I didn't mind. Well, I did, because we wanted it should have paid a good bit more if the other one had won, but that drifted like a bird. But anyway, not a bad day at all. Half filled the wheelbarrow. We could have filled it, but anyway, we're doing all right. We can keep it ticking over. On to tomorrow. Oh, before I go on to tomorrow, newcomers on the bus. Adam Cranley, he's in Devon. It was blustery and wet there as well. Stan Hutchinson in Sheffield. It wasn't great there either. Brick, he was going to the races in Cork today. I hope he brought his umbrella and his Wellingtons. Dewey, Lee Meacher, Rob Scarlett, Stephen Lynch, Steve Ellis, and Kenneth McEnany was the last one to board the bus this morning before we headed out. Hope you enjoyed all the trip with us. Good crowd on the bus, very knowledgeable. The third story up is the Shrudy section. It's full though. You have to get a ticket to get in there. There's a lot of them up there. Christina was put up a horse there today. It was awful hard luck. It was clearly the best horse, but it didn't settle, and I hope it wins again. Anyway, on to tomorrow. We'll go to the 2:40 at Newbury first. I thought the right horse is favourite now. It opened up 100-30. Dr. T.J. Eckleburg. It had a good run the last time. It opened up 100-30 there a while ago. It's into 9-4. The other one hasn't run in a handicap, and it fell the last time. But this used to be decent on the flat when it was David O'Meara. Two nice runs in this campaign, but no, that's not it. And that's not it. This is it. It's in 4th place on the turn on the inside. Coming for home.
Far, as they now approach the final 2 flights of hurdles in the punishing home straight, is Palladium lightly squeezed, Poseidon on the right, Dr. TJ Eckleburg, then far side Hardy de Soy, the favourite J-Lo, just being ghosted into the race by Charlie Deutsch. Dark blue jacket, but push may come to shove fairly soon. Quite an open race still. Isio coming right down the stand side under Harry Cobden and making ground, but it's Dr. TJ Eckleburg that now strikes the front over 2 out from Hardy de Soy. Then Isio, J-Lo with work to do now. Then lightly squeezed and racing on towards the final flight. Dr. TJ Eckleburg, Hardy de Soy and Isio trying to join in. J-Lo needs to find more back in 4th place. Here it is, the final flight. Hardy de Soy in the centre. Far side Dr. TJ Eckleburg. Isio on the near side in the pink jacket. Then J-Lo is Hardy de Soy who strikes on now from Dr. TJ Eckleburg. Hardy de Soy seeing it out strongly up the hill and wins under Gavin Sheehan. Tight for the minors.
Now the form figure on his forum says 4, but he ran a great race. I thought it was just the hill, the pull up the hill that goosed him. He's only 5. The favourite, or which was favourite all day or all evening, which is Russian Ruler. Hasn't ran in a handicap yet. Fell the last time. Actually, one of the funniest, whoever wrote it, he must be a bit of a comedian. It was, I see it on this. Russian Ruler, track leader, led before second, 3 lengths ahead, 3 out. Headed at the last. He fell on the landing side soon after. I never heard of that or seen it before. It fell. Where else would he fall, like? He hardly fall before he jump it, like. But TJ Eckleburg, I thought, was up against better horses. I see you, the one that was 4th or 2nd in that, came out and won the Betfair. Just 10s into 5s. The Stig had put it up as an each way bet on the Thursday, one on the Saturday. I think he's been up against better horses than the other one, and 100 to 30, it's 11 to 5 now. It's the rightful favourite, I think. The flatter track will suit, I thought, so that would be a bet. And then in the 225 at Musselburgh, it's a juvenile final, or there's a nice pot for the winner. There's 15,000 sterling. The Ring of Beara is favourite, but if you look at the Ring of Beara's forum, to second to Cabracan in November. And if you look at Cabracan, it was second to, it beat the Ring of Beara by 2 lengths, but to second to Bring Back the Memories by 15 lengths. Bring Back, is this today? No, where did I have it? Here. This is it. This is the day it beat Cabracan.
Behind, Sanitizer will do well to get involved from there as they now race down towards the 3rd last, and it's at this point of the race where Bring Back Memories takes the lead. Bring Back Memories has gone on from Cabracan. Cabracan, the first of the pair, shaken up, and with ease Bring Back Memories carts away on the run down towards the 2nd flight from home. Now Ryan Mania crouches a little lower in the saddle on Bring Back Memories, trying to put the race to bed. Is over that 4 lengths ahead and jumped in a little more fluently then in second place Cabracken. They're a long way ahead of Paddy's Fancy and Sanitizer. Down towards the final flight, and it is Bring Back Memories in a growing lead. Is at the last and is safely across it. Second place is Cabracken, who's now 15 lengths down. A similar margin back to Sanitizer, who's a modest third. But racing into the closing stages, it is Bring Back Memories for John McConnell and Ryan Mania in the Five Silks, pulling well clear on the run to the line. Records an impressive success. Bring Back Memories home in front in the first. Cabracken up to the line for second. Sanitizer will finish next, ahead of Paddy's Fancy and Durkin.
On the strength of that, he went off favourite.
Just edging it now from the Churchill out. Bring Back Memories having a switch in behind. Affidul now looking to begin a bit of a rush down the centre of the track. And Affidul has come there going very strongly under. Affidul the winner, tight to second.
He went off 2-1 favourite for that race. And he made a mistake 4 out. And he just couldn't get a run up the stretch on the side that he was at. And Brian Hughes was looking down and looking back, and I don't know what he was at. The last time he ran then was the 12th of March in Limerick. The ground was very bad that day. He went off favourite, but he made a mistake 2 out as well. But Ben Harvey was on him that day. It's Alex Harvey, I think, that's on him tomorrow, and he's claiming 7. McConnell has a good strike rate in England. He was decent on the flat too. He was with Ger Lyons. I seen him above in Roscommon. He was second on soft to heavy to Swan Bay. Like, he was rated in the 80s, high 80s. So I think he's well handicapped at 117 minus 7. That's 110. He's 13-2 and they're paying 4 places. He'll be a solid each way selection. 6-1 most places. I actually backed him with Hills this morning foolishly at 9-2, but each way and you don't get the better price. I normally don't do that, but I just thought when they were paying 4 places that he'd be thereabouts. He has one at the track, and he'll be sort of tuned up for tomorrow. Someone tipped up the 310 at someone put it up last night. Where are we? Paul Nichols's horse. Knowlesley Road. That opened up 5-1 a while ago. Zanza loves Newbury, but hasn't ran over hurdles in a while. It hasn't won over hurdles for 3.5 years. Well, it'll be 3 years last November. So it looks like the money is down, and whoever put up that, I forget your name, he said that Nichols really fancied it for tomorrow. In the 340, there's money for Princess Eleanor. Harry Cobden riding for Henry Daly. Henry Daly's yard just isn't firing in all cylinders, but this opened up 13-2. It's into 4-1, I see there now. But it has decent back for him there. It won over 124 last April in Cheltenham, and it's running off 124 again tomorrow. And Harry Cobden is up, and I think 9 lifetime rides for Henry Daly. He has 2 wins and 2 places. Bit disappointed the last day, but he had run well the previous time to Il Ridotto and Certainly Red. When I seen it 13-2 earlier, I was going to put it up as an each way bet. See if it goes out to an each way price tomorrow. But it's 5-star Getaway, and the other one, they're modest, there's one other Our Jet. That's a bus horse. He done a turn for us round the Christmas if someone wanted to stick him into something. No, it was the 3:30 at Musselburgh, wasn't it? It was. The favourite is a horse that he won the last time, but the horse that he was upsides with, or was close to him at the time, fell 2 out. And I thought a horse there, Well Educated. It wouldn't be me now, but he had won 3 races after joining. He used to be with John Quinn, and he was with the Bewley Yard now. He won 3 there last over 2 miles, 2 miles or whatever, and then he was off for a good while. But they ran him back the last day over 2 miles 5. Well, we'll see. This is him. He's on the far outside, and he didn't stay.
Rogers, who has yet to get out of last spot. Approaching 3 from home, Rafferty's return with on the outside. Oh, and further back, Nelson is down. Nelson is a faller at the 3rd flight from home when poised to make some sort of bid as they're about to make the left-handed turn back towards the home straight. The horse is up and he's galloping away, and it looks as if Danny McMenamin is about to get to his feet. Not his afternoon so far. Swinging on in. A Well Educated has come there very strongly on the outside to now join both Dance with the Wind and Rafferty's return. Santos Blue and Donny Boy are also in the mix, and further back then to Mons Glory, dropping away Enemy Coast ahead, and Clay Rogers unlikely to make any sort of impact from there. So making the long run towards the final flight, and it is Santos Blue in the blue and pink colours. Away to the inside in the orange and black is Donny Boy. Down the outside is Well Educated. Then Rafferty's return from Mons Glory and Dance with the Wind, as Santos Blue just edging left-handed but coming clear, coming to the last flight, which he jumps well. He jumps clearly from in second place Donny Boy, with in behind runners Mons Glory picking up wider out of Rafferty's return, but it's all about Santos Blue, who's going to gain a hat-trick of wins, and in the hands of Ben Sutton, a big Saturday winner.
He fell out of the back of the television there coming up the stretch, but if you look at that race tomorrow, it's 2 miles 1, and that race was 2.5 and 150 yards with it, and he looked the closest to winning on the turn for home. There is a horse in the race that has won 3 times for us, is Russian Virtue. But I just thought the other one, back at that distance, might be classier. Russian Virtue won for us on the 3rd of January, 11-4 favourite, and it won the 29th of January. It was the 100-30 favourite. For 101, and then it won on the flat the last day. It won in between, and I've no idea why I didn't put up. I was checking today. I didn't put it up that day when it won in Newcastle at 5-4 favourite. I might have said back it, but I didn't put it up in the description anyway. But I thought the other one might be better handicapped at it. And normally I'd stay loyal to the bus horse. But in this event, I thought maybe tomorrow, them paying 4 places, that Well Educated at 6 and 7 to 1 there could be a bet. But the main bet would be Dr. TJ Eckleburg, and the main each way bet would be Bring Back the Memories. And I just smaller each way bet then on Well Educated, and if you get an each way bet on Princess Eleanor. And Nosey Road is tipped up by somebody last night. That was fancied. Anyway, I'm rattling on a bit again this evening. I'll have to get a timer, an egg timer, and time myself out of it. The other one was better because the 15 minutes was the max. Now I'm gone up nearly to 20 minutes. It's hard to listen to that, I suppose. Anyway, bash the bookies over and out. Stio, I'm on my way down to you. I need 2 pints.